Florida is home to some amazing roller coasters, including some of the best roller coasters in the world. While it is home to two great Intamin roller coasters, Islands of Adventure has an awesome Bolliger and Mabillard sit-down roller coaster, the Incredible Hulk. Before Velocicoaster's debut in 2021, the Incredible Hulk was arguably Islands of Adventure's standout attraction. Its imposing cobra roll, unique gamma ray tube lift hill, and green track dominate the Marvel Superhero Island section of Islands of Adventure. While it is no longer Island's headlining attraction, the Incredible Hulk is still one of the park's standout attractions. Its ride experience is simply amazing. The Incredible Hulk is a special ride as it was the roller coaster that made me a coaster enthusiast. This is my full-length, in-depth review of the attraction and my comments about what you can expect when you go to Islands of Adventure to ride this coaster. Now, let's get into the review. The Incredible Hulk opened in 1999 as one of Islands of Adventure's original roller coasters. It opened as Florida's fastest roller coaster, claiming the record from Busch Gardens Tampa's Pumbaa, another Bolliger and Mabillard sit-down roller coaster that opened in 1993. The Incredible Hulk is the marquee attraction in the Marvel Superhero Island section of the park. The ride's original version operated from 1999 to 2015. In late 2015, Incredible Hulk underwent a major refurbishment, which saw substantial retracking done as well as modifications to the queue and theming. The ride reopened to the public in August 2016. Incredible Hulk is located towards the front of Islands of Adventure and is visible from Universal City Walk and Port of Entry. Its bright green track dominates the park's skyline. To get to the ride's front gate, you simply go through Port of Entry and take a left towards Marvel Superhero Island. As you make your way to Superhero Island, you will immediately see Incredible Hulk enclosed lift hill and first few elements sprawling over the park's pathways and central lagoon. This is a spectacular view, especially when there are trains flying through the ride's zero-G roll and cobra roll. As you approach the ride's main plaza, you will see Hulk's large enclosed lift hill and its corkscrew going over the ride's entrance queue, which displays the ride's name. You will also hear the ride's epic soundtrack, which actually gets you pumped for the ride. Simply put, the Incredible Hulk's presentation is awesome. Before you enter the ride's queue, you will need to put all loose articles in a locker, which you can find across the plaza. And since there are no bins on the ride platform, you will also need to put all bags in a locker. Once in the queue, you will go through a short outside section before going through a metal detector and into the main section of the queue. This interior section of the queue looks great and was updated as part of the 2016 renovation, which saw a slight retheme and overall redesign to the queue. As you make your way to the ride platform, you will see some great gamma experimentation theming in one of Hulk's 3 8-row 32-passenger trains. These trains are Bolliger and Mabillard's sit-down trains with over-the-shoulder restraints. These are updated trains, however, which the park added as part of the 2016 renovation. Once you have boarded your train, secured your over-the-shoulder restraints, and cleared dispatch, you proceed forward and towards the left up the lift hill to begin your ride. As you climb the gamma ray tube themed lift hill, you see some flashing lights before the tire drives kick in and you launch upwards and into a zero-G roll. This is an awesome way to begin the ride as the tire drive launch is fairly punchy and the zero-G roll gives a great moment of whippy airtime. As you come out of the zero-G roll, you fly down Incredible Hulk's 105-foot first drop. At the bottom of the first drop, you then fly up into Hulk's massive cobra roll, which flies over the park's central lagoon. The climb into the first half of the cobra roll pulls some good positive G-forces, while the dive off of it gives a nice pop of airtime. You then go into a forceful vertical loop, which dives into a mist-filled tunnel, followed by a climb up into a fairly forceful leftward banked helix, which goes around the lift hill. As you exit that helix, you fly into a whippy corkscrew, which flies over the entrance to the ride's queue. You then fly up into another vertical loop, followed by a left-hand bank turn, which climbs upwards before whipping downwards into a right-hand bank turn. This whip rightwards gives a good pop of airtime for those sitting on the left side of the train. You then go through a right-hand banked helix upwards onto the mid-course brake run. You dive off the mid-course brake run, which gives a good pop of airtime for those sitting in the very back row. You then fly into a second corkscrew, which is not as whippy as the first corkscrew on the ride, followed by a right-hand banked turnaround. You whip into a left-hand banked helix, which glides into the final brake run to complete your ride. Incredible Hulk is a special Bolliger Mabillard looper. It kicks things off with a launch up into that zero-G roll, and it delivers an amazing ride experience from there on. After diving down the first drop, this coaster is relentless until at least the mid-course brake run. In fact, Incredible Hulk has one of the strongest first halves of any Bolliger and Mabillard roller coaster. Each of its elements has some great forces. You may even gray out during the first half if you are not prepared for it. And that right to left turn before the mid-course brake run gives a nice pop of airtime, a welcome moment after all the positive G-forces. While the second half does not have nearly as much power as the first half, the second corkscrew has a slight moment of hang time, which is quite nice. As part of the 2016 renovation, Universal added onboard audio with an epic soundtrack that enhances the overall ride experience. However, most notable from the 2016 renovation is the retracking that the park did to keep the ride operating. As the first Bolliger and Mabillard roller coaster to receive this kind of treatment, Incredible Hulk is running just as well as it did when I first rode it in 2013. I was lucky enough to ride the original track, and the overall ride experience just blew me away. The tire-driven launch right into the zero-G roll is easily one of the coolest sequences on any roller coaster. Everything after the first drop during the first half just hits. Incredible Hulk is such an iconic ride and is the reason why I became a coaster enthusiast. It is intense, smooth, and so much fun to ride. You cannot help but smile on this roller coaster because its first half is just that good, and it might be one of the strongest first halves out there. And while a front row ride offers the unobstructed view of the ride and has some good moments like the entries into each of the inversions, the back row offers the best ride. There are great moments of positive G-forces on each of the inversions during the first half, and a couple of nice airtime pops after the second vertical loop. From an overall ride experience, Incredible Hulk is an awesome Bolliger and Mabillard looper. Aside from the ride experience, this coaster has one of the most scenic presentations of any ride at Islands of Adventure. The imposing Cobra Roll directly above the lagoon looks amazing and can be seen from several areas in the park. And the ride's second half is even visible from the park's front gate in port of entry. The ride's entrance plaza looks amazing as well. And it even uses some of the original Incredible Hulk track for the ride's front entrance. This is a great way to pay homage to the original version of the ride, though the original queue entrance definitely needed some updating. The Incredible Hulk is an iconic ride and one of the Universal Orlando Resort's standout attractions. And it is such a great ride that Universal debuted a near clone, the Decepticoaster, at its Beijing resort in September 2021. Simply put, the Incredible Hulk is a legendary roller coaster, and it is amazing that Universal kept it around. While it is no longer Islands of Adventure's headlining roller coaster, the Incredible Hulk is arguably the Universal Orlando Resort's most intense roller coaster. When it is hauling, the Incredible Hulk combines strong positive G-forces with some good airtime to create one of the better Bolliger and Mabillard roller coasters out there. For a final score, I give the Incredible Hulk an 8.5 out of 10. This roller coaster is easily one of my favorite roller coasters ever. While it is not objectively the best roller coaster at the Universal Orlando Resort, the Incredible Hulk is one of the most fun roller coasters in Florida. So, let me know in the comments below if you have ridden the Incredible Hulk at Islands of Adventure, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and I hope to see you in the next one.